Yo, people, man, Jazz in the building. We got Kai Cenat's son, F'd up bad. Hello, Yazin extras in the building and that. Now, I was literally just watching Ray's whole video where he was saying that his US visa is gonna expire. The guy's English is declining as soon as the threat of deportation is literally put at him. The guy was hitting his head. Guy couldn't speak properly. He didn't know how to say expired and that, fam. I was like, what the hell is going on? And then he said if he needs to marry someone, he'll marry Kai Cenat, fam. Basically to, you know what I'm saying, get citizenship or whatever, which was crazy to me. But apparently the issue is actually worse than we flipping thought, bro. Just a couple of seconds into this video, and man like Hello Yazin Extras is talking about him getting exposed by some female streamer, losing sponsorships and that, bro. So let's get into it. The issue seems crazy.
Visa about to end. He might get sent back to Taiwan and have to go back to the military and lose the Adidas sponsorship that Kai Cenat's team got him, because Ray is facing huge backlash with a female streamer that decided to air him out. So this person would tweet out and say, got ordered by two big streamers, Ray Asian Boy and Maddie Too Hottie, these Clover boys, who threatened me with SA and Grape at Twitch. Now, this is, so you're probably wondering, like, got ordered. What the hell are you talking about? Is this person like a delivery? So there's this platform called ePal. I don't know if this was the original one, but I do actually think that this is a cool concept and a quite ethical concept as well, because basically what happens is chicks get on there and there's an hourly rate to like rent them to play with them. Now, a lot of people are like, damn, that's kind of depressing. Like, dudes are.
What the hell do you mean ethical, bro? Like, what the Obviously, I get it. Everyone's consenting, all of that type of stuff. Ethical, I kind of get what you're saying there, but what do you talk from the time you put a human being, a girl, boy, woman, man, and then renting next to that, bro, is crazy.
Paying
to
chicks to like play video games with them? Yes. However, the majority of people that use this service are streamers because it's good content for them. Because if you're a male streamer with a majority male fan base, any girl you have on stream is going to boost your numbers. I mean, unless the girl is like obese, incredibly unattractive, something of that sort. But this is the thing with games and things like ePal, you don't even need to see them. Like just their voice is enough to boost the numbers. And it's not that way in the opposite. So like if a female streamer that has a female audience or even a male audience starts bringing a guy on, dear God almighty, that viewership is tanking for the most part.
It depends who it is,
like,
isn't it?
both in a community, that's a little bit different. But most female streamers have male fan bases. Therefore, their viewership will tank because there's always like, just look at Pokemon. That is a perfect example of somebody who, and Valkyrie, I think she hides her relationship now. But anyway, if they've got a female.
That's crazy. Hide your relationship because some random guy that hasn't even met you before on the internet will go flipping berserk and crash out on that from if he knows that you have a girl. I mean, a boyfriend or a husband or whatever. That's crazy to me, bro. Like, man, actually really creating fantasies, and I feel like that's like the disappointing or the what's the word in that, bro? Like the dangerous part of it, basically. You know, like when people talk about like watching corn and all of that type of stuff. I don't think it affects people. What affects people is when people start to believe that that is real life, and when people get way too parasocial and start to feel like that person that they're watching in terms of streaming or whatever, and that, bro, that person is actually theirs and all of that. That's where like it can get damaging and damning and that, bro. Like, what are we doing?
Fan base, the guy doesn't really add much. Like their viewership isn't gonna go up unless it's some famous guy. So the standard for a guy is he's got to be as famous as her or more for it to benefit the female streamer. But for a male streamer, it can be anybody. So what usually happens is it becomes insidious with these OF chicks or like clout chasers in streaming and things like that are collaborating with the streamer and they feel used to a degree and like they're funneling to OF. But with this platform, they can pay. The person doesn't feel like they got taken advantage of and they get an hourly rate. I think everyone's happy with this. However, in the text exchange that happened, this individual, Mellow Doll, is the person that got ordered and says, "What's your IGN?" to Ray. And he says, "Huh? You ordered a Fortnite game." He says, "Can you join the call? 1 second. Quan." And then puts the number. I'm guessing that's like the gamer tag or something. He says, "You a effing man? I know you a man. I'll F you till you This is the craziest part because I'm guessing this interaction, he thought that this was like a male to female, like transition type situation. I don't know. But the craziest part is if he thought that, why the hell would he say he's going to crack it? That's the crazier part.
Because Ray's a flipping idiot, bro. And the way he's been introduced into Western culture and that, bro, has probably been by some of the worst group of people that it could ever be. So even involving him into this right here and that, fam, he's not ready for this type of interaction and this on the internet. It's like people have Kai and all of them and have left him to his own devices. And I hate bringing like Kai Cenat's name into people that he brings up because he's not responsible for them. But at the same time, I feel like with Ray, it's so much more. Like, you have to take extra care with that guy because he's not really from, not necessarily our culture, but from American culture type of thing. You get me? So the way people are, bro, the guy can't even string a whole paragraph of English together, bro. Even I struggle with it, bro. When he was explaining this whole visa situation and the whole visa expiring video, bro, it's like he was struggling putting words together because of the pressure and the fact that it was almost expiring and da. So now, bringing him into the Western world and that, bro, and putting him in situations like this where you rent a girl and that, fam, to play games with you, bro. Like, come on, man. The guy doesn't know what he's flipping doing. Like, the hell, fam? Like, he's not even 100% acclimatized yet. Like, these guys need to, it's like he needs a chaperone, basically, bro. Like, he'd be wilding too much, fam. Because he's just saying things that he's basically engaged with within, like, being in America and that, fam. Like, he's just regurgitating things that he's heard and seen and what people do. And I was to say, they kind of are bad influences because Ray doesn't have, like, an American or identity within the Western world and that, fam. You get me? It's like he's still building it. So having people like Kai Cenat where all of these guys are just constantly entertaining and trying to clip farm and that, it's not really the best environment for him to learn how to acclimatize to American culture and all of that type of stuff and this type of culture. You know
what the hell? He says, I'll F you till you die. I got a B Black D, says some stuff in Chinese. It says STFU, you F in
Chinese. You sure? Guys from Taiwan.
B, that me. I'm like, what the hell? So this was all happening on this guy Maddie's stream, who I don't know if he's officially Clover, but I know for sure he's an affiliate, and they're interacting.
So I'm making
You're not ugly? What are you talking about?
Yo, I think I added you.
Okay. I added you back.
So first, I think it's grimy, number one, to tag this Maddie guy when he wasn't the one that was typing at her. He didn't say anything.
Although, well, I'm not understanding because Maddie's in Ray's room. But this whole time I was flipping covering it, my bad. But right now, Maddie is actually in Ray's room. So did he now go on to Ray's Discord and this was already there? Or was he the one actually chatting through Ray's account? That's what I'm not understanding.
He just had his hands up and that was Ray that was typing to her on Maddie's stream. Because this didn't happen on Ray's stream. I'm pretty sure Ray was offline. So then there's this next clip.
Me at this point. What's up? All right, your match is ready. All right, come on, ready up.
Yo, did you type that on Discord?
What?
Okay.
What I type?
You a man. I know you a man. I'll you till you. I got a big black.
No. That's not me. That's not me.
That wasn't you?
No.
Okay, bro. You're just gonna be disrespectful.
Huh?
Like that's rude.
No. That was me.
That wasn't you?
No. What, you about to run off?
I'm
Huh?
understanding now.
What, you about to run off of my bread?
Shut the f up, you. Who's this? Who's typing?
Huh? Nah, I share accounts.
So here, clearly, it's evident that this guy's not doing anything. He's not the one that's saying that. I understand.
But this is what I'm saying, though. He's in Ray's room. That's Ray's room, right? If I'm not mistaken. And that's Ray's setup, bro. So, yeah, it's a bit chaotic when you're in a house full of content creators, now you got more content creators than bedrooms and setups and that, bro. So now different people using the same setup and that, bro. It's gonna get crazy.
Interaction, because the person's like, yo, I'm talking to you.
And you know,
there's
all these
nobody
guys are
else
just
here,
trolls.
And you're saying this, or this is being said in our chat, in our call. So I'm guessing he's using Ray's account, but then he gets pressed about it by the person that got hired.
Nah, I share accounts.
With who? That Asian dude?
Yeah. Always eating ramen noodles and shit. The ramen guy.
Damn.
He's so corny, right?
He's corny? Oh, if he's typing that, probably.
Yeah, I'm already knowing.
Okay, listen. Like, what can I call you? Maddie?
Call me daddy.
I don't think we can, like, queue a game. It's not working. And
She didn't even acknowledge that.
Whoever's typing that shit to me is, like, hella disrespectful. So, it's also probably been more than 15 minutes, so.
So that was the context for the entire situation.
Wait. You booked her for 15, bro. This is what I'm saying. The fact that I just said that, you booked her for 15. Like, what are we doing, bro? What are you doing? I understand it, bro. It's for content, but bro, you're married too hotty. You know, and you're going viral on flipping TikTok and all of that for doing the flipping gay steady dance and that, bro. Ray is Ray. You with the clovers, bro. You can get a girl to play with you, bro. Like, what are we doing? Like, even just those words in that, fam, you booked her for 15 is crazy.
It's been more than 15 minutes, so.
So that was the context for the entire situation. But when you get posted everywhere on X, that's when everything gets ruined. Now, I will say, this is grimy as hell, and this is crazy attention-seeking behavior. I think this person's a psycho and a ridiculous clout chaser for adding Twitch and trying to get these guys banned. Like the Maddie dude, he was just trying to make some content. Ray was tripping out for sure, but this isn't a reason. Like, I'm not going to say this isn't a reason, but let's be for real here. Number one, Ray is talking unhinged. Let's keep it a buck. Like, Kai Cenat did not get this guy properly trained. Like, Kai Cenat can't hang around Aiden Ross, but this is his man who he put on, who he's got Adidas deals. Let's be for real here. With this individual, I don't know if the Mellow Doll person was like stream sniping or was also getting hired by other people, because there's a ton of clips of Mellow in this instance from a week or two ago with Jinxie, playing Valorant with Jinxie and doing like cosplays and all of that stuff. Also another, which is like, this person has tried to like make fun of other people, saying this goofball ordered me on ePal to play Marvel Rivals with him. He was streaming without telling me. So yeah, this is also a lot of the time what they will do is they will just not tell the person that they're streaming, which
But this is what I'm saying. When content's involved, bro, everyone does the most dumbest, degenerate, exposing, I'm gonna do this for clout type of thing. Like, they all do it, bro. So when content's involved in that, I'm like, they're all the same, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
think is a little bit wrong, because people are going to behave differently based on whether they know they're being streamed, and not just streamed to a certain amount of people, but potentially clipped to millions of people. But from the first two clips, people thought the Maddie guy was safe and good to go. But towards the end, I would say that I understand why this person tagged him as well.
We never get in the game. I just paid you.
We've been trying to queue a game for like the past, what, 20 minutes? How long has it been? Let me look. 20 minutes, bro. 22 minutes.
Oh. A timer?
You can look at the chat. It says how much time you spent. And whoever is typing that to me is extremely disrespectful. Your chat is disrespectful. So I don't know why I should stay longer.
I think you weak. You weak anyways. What am I doing?
Okay.
Wild Quilly.
Yeah. Okay, bro. Okay. Have a good stream, bro. Bye.
Loser. What am I dad? Nigga bugging. Order dispute case. Anyways, what am I doing?
Okay.
Wild Quilly.
Yeah. Okay, bro. Okay. Have a good stream, bro. Bye.
Loser. What am I dad?
So you just called her a loser when you're the one that put money in her bank account to stream for you for like, with you for like 15, 20 minutes, bro. Like, self-awareness, bro. Look in the mirror. Like, please.
Bugging. Order
Please.
dispute cases. I'm not playing with this joint. What am I dad?
So yeah, here he hired the person for a specific allotted time. The person timed themselves. Not only were they like being talked
all
to
of these
like
men are weird,
crazy,
bro.
but they do their time, and now they're trying to leave, and this guy's like, yo, why are you trying to leave? And then insults them for leaving and not being paid, or not being.
And that's why I'm saying when she did what she did, exposing and all of that type of stuff, and even exposing the other kid or whatever, saying this loser or whatever she said or whatever booked me to play but didn't even tell me that was streaming and doing that weird type or that type of ish. So no other content creators are capable of this as well. And that, fam, when ish doesn't go their way, f you loser, yeah, like you see what I'm trying to say? When content is involved in that, bro, there's no integrity, there's no morals in that, bro. That's why it's like it's a free for all, bro. Basically, it's a free for all. That's why I don't even like look at anything too seriously in that, fam, because I know another content creator is capable of the exact same
and
thing.
then insults them for leaving and not being paid, or not being paid extra. It's like, dog, what the hell? This is the craziest part. And then talking crazy about them after, disrespectful. I think if Ray was going to play bad cop in that situation, this guy should have played good cop and been like, yeah, you know, he treated you poorly, this and that, to at least mitigate this. Because this is some terrible PR that the Clover boys have been getting over the past couple of months. I don't know if Kai Cenat's not there to whip him into shape, but it's not looking good for these guys.
And this is what I'm saying. It's unfortunate for Kai that every time you mention one of these guys, like his name has to be brought into it, because I don't think that's fair on him at the end of the day. Yeah, he's giving people, like, think of every single person that has given someone a platform. Do they constantly say, what about that? And what about it? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's unfair that we always have to mention Kai's name and saying, what is Kai doing? And da. But with Ray, I feel like Ray is a specific case, bro. Like, you picked him up from Taiwan and just dropped him in the deep end. I feel like he definitely has more responsibility to Ray because of where he came from, and he's not familiar with what's going on in that, man. So, yeah, but with all the other guys in that, bro, now.
This is just bubbling in. The real question is, what is the environment actually around them for them to be behaving like this? Because they plucked Ray out of a foreign country and he didn't even speak English. And he's talking like this right now. So he had to learn this from other people, not from himself, because he even picked up the accent and everything else. Yeah, this is really, really dumb behavior by Ray. Really dumb behavior by the Maddie guy. I think they'll get like a soft, like a one-day ban. Isn't a big deal for something like this. We've seen people like Nina Lynn get one-day bans for grabbing somebody in person. Now, this person talking about threatened to SA me, like, dog, in technicality, yes, that is true, but let's be real here. You're not anywhere near this person. He was just, you could say, like, harassed. That would be a little bit better. But the fact that this got so much attention, these guys are the golden boys of Twitch, or they are the prodigal sons of the golden boy of Twitch. So they may get some leeway here. I think a cool one-day ban, but they got to learn to behave a little bit better. These sponsors that they've got on deck, you guys do not want to turn into the black sheep of having to thug it out via gambling deals. Like, that closes too many doors for you guys that Kai Cenat worked very hard to open. And now another theory that people have come up with actually is that this wasn't Ray. And Ray hasn't come out to deny it yet, but they're saying that this was some other person that has access to Ray's account. The point.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. These guys are in such a big ass content house. There's so many bodies that have access to stuff that isn't theirs, basically, that this genuinely could be anyone. And like I said, these guys will sabotage anyone in that, bro, for content.
Deny it, yeah, but they're saying that this was some other person that has access to Ray's account. The point is, they're all representing the brand. Like, you guys remember when some accusations came out about Kai Cenat's cameraman, how upset Kai Cenat was about the situation, which you got to think about it. There's been way too many people close to Kai that have had wild accusations on them or have done wild stuff. But he had to cut that guy off, and he was upset about it. He's like, damn, why'd this guy have to do this? You know, I brought him with me. I wanted to keep him with me, but he just messed up so bad. Like, this isn't something I can stand behind. So whoever was the person behind this, yeah, they need to get a spanking from Daddy Kai. And that just is what it is. I don't care if it's Ray. I don't care if it's the Maddie guy. I don't care if it's some cameraman that has
the spanking from Daddy Kai is crazy.
Access to the account, which if you're as big of a brand as Ray, nobody's getting on your accounts. That's it. Especially somebody that's going to be like talking like this on your accounts. The only thing they should be doing is posting or organizing something. And clearly, if they're talking like this when they're organizing, especially somebody that's going to be like cameraman that has access to the account, which if you're as big of a brand as Ray, nobody's getting on your accounts. That's it. Especially somebody that's going to be like talking like this on your accounts. The only thing they should be doing is posting or organizing something. And clearly,
This is what I'm saying though. I don't get why he's saying that. Like, someone can't be getting on your accounts because you're this big. But if there's so many different bodies moving in and out of that house, bro, if anyone can have access to that account. And look at Ray, bro. We've already established that this guy can barely speak a lick of English and that, fam. Like, he ain't got his affairs in order properly with the whole visa situation. The guy's immature, bro. So anyone could access that account.
If they're talking like this when they're organizing something, they've got to get the hell out of here. But also, it's the posting
100.
in Chinese. Like, that's not going to be some other, like, black or white dude in America that knows.
But I need to see the screenshots and see what language it actually is, because obviously Ray's from Taiwan and he keeps saying Chinese.
Type something like that. That's why I'm more inclined to think it's Ray. But, you know, these fanboys, they're just going to try to chalk it up and throw the blame onto somebody else. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one.
But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that one right there. But shout out to man like Hello Yazin Extras. Okay, so yeah, there's only a very slight difference in that, fam. You can bet realistically, if you don't know, actually no, it's pretty much the same still. So actually, no, it's different. It's different a little bit. It's different a little bit depending on the letters that they use or the symbols that they're drawing or whatever. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. It's been your boy Jazz, and I'm out of here. And a bit people, man. I'm gone.